So I am refiring the pieces that I am not satisfied, and just finished loading the kiln and put a couple more new pieces in. This time I'm going to fire a little bit harder and hold the top temperature a bit more. So hopefully the result will be much better. So this is my electric kiln setup. It's outside under the shade, and it's not very far away from the wall, probably about a foot. And I use that kiln to fire to cone 10-11 without any trouble, any problem. And I just finished up refiring my glaze load that I am not quite satisfied with the result the other day. So I refired it again. So here is the result. After refire, we will see the bottom pieces, see if the glaze is healing it, smooth out. Here's the result. I put it through refire, and the result come out much better, the way I expected. And here is the cone that I will compare for you. This is the refire cone. It's cone 10 and cone 11, and this is before the first fire. So the second fire is a little bit harder. I would say about maybe 1 cone and half harder, because this is almost 11 and a half. So that's the cone 10 and the cone 11. You can see the turquoise glaze. The glaze start to run, so that create a more beautiful pattern. And for the pieces that before it was a little bit like orange peel, but now it's all smooth out, and also the glaze is running a little bit, not a whole lot. It's coming down here, and the inside is smoothing out. This one I show you. This is the inside. It's all smooth out. Cover jar, a bit better from here, showing the texture a bit better. It's Teapot. The cover jar again. I put everything through the refire kiln load. The texture with this glaze shows nicely, and this is the newer one that I put it. I put the new fresh glaze, and you can compare that. The refire one is much harder, and this one, because this has been cooked twice, and this is only cooked once. So, but then the result of the surface is better, because I felt a little bit harder. The same thing that I put the fresh glaze, and this is the black slip. I didn't put any glaze here. I just brushed the iron stain here over the black slip. So that's the result. So I told you that this glaze shows the texture nicely. That's why I choose the blue glaze. Sodium silicate texture. Right, so to explain it, if you want to reglaze your pieces or refire your pieces, see the glaze has been cooked twice, so it's getting twice of the heat, so it will be much harder, okay, much harder. So the clay body might not be able to withstand that the heat twice. But my porcelain, I have two different kind of porcelain. I mix them together, so actually I increase the temperature. This is the cookie that I put it underneath, and you can see that the cookie is all bloating. See that it's become bubbly. There's nothing on it. It's just the clay body, and you see the bump. That's what we call bloating, meaning that the cookie has been cooked several times, so it's not usable anymore. So that is a very hot temperature. And by the way, for the bamboo handle, that you want to put the bamboo handle over. This is the bamboo handle. So usually it's been sitting here, sitting on my shelf for years. So I like to soften. So usually I dip this part that I'm going to put it on in the water for maybe 5–10 minutes to soak it. So when I am put it on, it's not crack. Okay, it's not cracking. So that's the tip for you. If you know put this kind of handle on your bamboo handle on your teapot, make sure you wet it and put it on. Alright, so I want to show you how I put the bamboo handle. You have to soak it in the water for 5–10 minutes or even longer, which is much easier to bend it without making it crack. Okay, so the bamboo handle teapot. This is in one of my demonstrations. I don't remember the number, but so here to show you the result. So here I want to show you after fire what do I usually do. Even I have a porcelain, the base is very flat and smooth. But still, I like to run through the diamond disc to smooth it out and maybe try to level it. And you can see that this one here looks pretty good, but if you put it on a very flat surface, still wobbly a tiny little bit. So I like to take care of that too. So that's why I usually put it on the this diamond disc and smooth it. Here is the disc. Let me show you what I have. So I have 3 different sizes, 8 inches, 12 inches, and 14 inches. Also different grit too. I believe this one is 180, and this is maybe 200, and this is 260. So depending on how smooth you want it to, you can buy it up to 1,000 grit, but I think 260 should be enough. Okay, even 180 I think is enough for most of the pieces. After you sand it, you put your finger through and it's fine. Okay, so that's the diamond disc. I don't usually like to glue the disc on the back. Some people do put it on back, but it's my personal preference because the back tend to getting very noisy when you grind it, especially when you are in the shared studio. It's very annoying. So that usually I don't like to glue the diamond disc on the bag. My solution for that is that if you have this material, okay, which I show you before, it's called absolver. You can buy it cheaply from Walmart, Amazon, you know, absolver. This material, you can also use that for putting underneath of your bed. Okay. And your bed is not moving because you create more friction. And also in here, it's very good too. You just wet and put it here, right on your wheel head. You can remove the pins, okay? Just put your diamond disc right on top of it. Actually, when you're sanding it, it's not going anywhere, okay? Because there's a friction there, right? So just go ahead and sand right on top of it, so that there is a absorber underneath. It's not going to get very noisy. Okay. For me, I'm just using the spray bottle to spray enough. You can use a sponge to do that too, but you can tend to adding too much water to it. So I'm just spraying the enough water. The people suggest that I wear a mask. You don't have to, because the grind, okay, after you grind it, it's not going to be powder and fly all over. It's going to be just sticky powder with the water. So you can just use a sponge to wipe it. There's no powder, okay, no powder, because it's wet. Okay, it's wet. It's not dry sanding. And you can use the coarser one first, and then gradually move to the final one. Like here, if I want to fine tune up the bottom, and just replace with the final one. Usually for my porcelain, I'm just using the final one, okay? Because not much to sand it off. It's not like stoneware. And you can see that the final one is much more quiet. Yeah. Feels good. Alright, so that's the smoothing the bottom of the fire. You see the so-called the powder actually is coming to the side. It's wet, it's not gonna fly all over, so shouldn't be any problem. And just wipe it and wash it off. Okay, so that's how I finish up everything. Let me. Some people ask me the what was my firing schedule. What do I do? Okay, so like I show you that I fire to cone. I actually program it. Use the preset program cone fire. So I set it to cone 10, and then I hold the temperature 10 minutes at the peak temperature. After it reaches the peak temperature, it holds there for 10 minutes, and then just let it cool down. So my first one, when I was firing, that the temperature wasn't hot enough. It's because I haven't fired the kiln for years, and once I find out that the cone is gone, so I panic. I didn't wait till the program completely finish the cycle, and then I shut the kiln off premature. So that's why it's a little bit on the fire. So the surface has a little orange peel looking, and some of the glaze is not as rich as the peak temperature that I expected. And the second one, I was using again the same cone 10 preset, and then I hold the temperature 10 minutes on the fast glaze fire. Okay, the first one is a medium glaze fire preset, okay, from the program. The second one is preset cone 10, hold 10 minutes, and the rate is fast firing, and the result is a bit better than my first one. So just to conclude my two firing together to show you the difference and the result. Okay, so hope this helped. And the clay I was using is a Coleman blend with clay from our local clay planet. It's called Glacier. Two part of a Coleman and one part of a Glacier. You bring the temperature much hotter, you can withstand cone, I would say even cone 11 plus. Okay, Coleman by itself is not going to withstand more than 10 cone 10. So after cone 10 it might become bubbly. So you can mix blend together the two different clay body and adjust the temperature of your clay body. I don't have any bloating on my fire, even I cooked the clay twice. So hope the information helped. This concludes my glazing demonstration from glazing and then fire it. Okay, so I will put some of my firing result that I'm satisfied on my Etsy. So if you want to get a piece or two, on Etsy.com, ETSY.com, in the search box, type in my name, Hsinchuen, and you will pop out my listing. Finished product of my pieces, and also the tool. If you want to get some tool from me, it's also listed there. All right, hope to see you there. Okay, thank you.